with reaction, the author of the brand new book, Understanding Trump. It's on Amazon.com, bookstores everywhere. Former Speaker of the House, Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich. Look, there's been a long history. All right, we can argue, okay, we're not dueling in this country. And we went through the 60s in this period of horrible assassinations from Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert F. Kennedy, Malcolm X, Kent State, and all these other cases. But in my lifetime, there's never been anything like this. They will not accept this president as duly elected. And I don't think it stops at all. Your thoughts?
Well, first of all, what you just did was pretty overpowering. That is a lot of material, and it's a lot of vivid proof where people are looking at the actual film. It's not, you know, you're not making anything up. You're sharing with them the film. So I do think that at a minimum, this resembles the late 60s, early 70s, the anti-Vietnam War period, the counterculture, the free speech movement, all those things that came together to create turmoil in that period. I think this is different. I think the frenzy on the left is deeper and more rabid than it was. I think that their strength in Hollywood and the newsroom and on campuses is bigger than it was. So it's a real fight. You know, but I was thinking at the very beginning, when you were describing the Washington Post story, it may be that the Deputy Attorney General now has a new assignment, which is to create a special counsel to look into leaks from the special counsel. You know, it's illegal to be leaking. Well, I'm just saying, if you look, I don't understand what Rosenstein's memo was supposed to tell us. Is he saying that the Washington Post lied, that that's not true, and if so, how does he know it? Does he say, well, they might be true, but don't pay attention to them? I didn't find his memo particularly enlightening. The Washington Post, once again, has an unnamed source who makes a series of allegations which may be true. It doesn't help us any to have page one make an allegation and then the bureaucrats at Justice piously explain that they can't tell you whether or not what was probably a leak from one of them is true. And I think if he's serious about stopping leaks, maybe not this first round, but by the time we have 3 or 4 leaks, which we will get from the special counsel's office, I think he's going to be forced to create a new he's going to be forced to create a new special counsel to look into the special counsel's office.
But think of what the president tweeted out today. I'm being investigated for firing the FBI director by the man who told me to fire the FBI director in great specificity and detail in a strongly worded, two and a half page statement. That's insanity to me.
Look, I don't blame Trump for being, well, it is insanity, and I don't blame Trump for being frustrated, although I think he'd be better off to shift gears and go to a much more positive series of tweets, because they're doing so many good things nobody's learning about, because the left is effectively getting them sucked into this fight where all they talk about all day, every day is junk. And despite all that, by the way, Trump is still at, today was at 41% approval, despite an unending barrage of 6 months
by the way, one poll
of lies
50,
and smears and innuendo. That's right. Yeah. But my point is,
what do you make of this assassination attempt targeting Republicans this week?
Well, I think you said it right. First of all, when you have an individual act like that, it's the responsibility of the individual. He was guilty, and I think that we should focus on him. The background noise effect is scary. The number of people willing to, and it goes all the way back to your showing Madonna. I had forgotten. I thought she said she dreamed bombing the White House. She actually talks about, I think, how she thought about blowing up the White House, which normally, by the way, would be considered a crime. We were very strict about protecting the presidency, no matter who you are. Imagine in 2010 with the Tea Party movement, if a Tea Party movement person had talked about blowing up the White House with Barack Obama in it. I mean, the national media would have gone crazy.
We got to take a break. There's one metric out, over 12,000 times at least on Twitter, talking about assassinating our president. All right, we'll have much more with